what makes me do the things I do. And I don't know what makes me wanna be with you. All I know is I'm just trying to be me, baby. Something, nothing, something. So I gotta pop bottles with the models in the club. I gotta hit the streets when the streets showing love. I gotta keep it gutter, I was raised with the thugs. Flash a couple dollars in the club, throw it up. I don't know what makes me do the things I do. And I don't know what makes me wanna be with you. All I know is I'm just trying to be me, baby. Something, nothing, something.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audience.
What it is.
Yeah.
It's life, baby.
Absolutely.
It's life.
Absolutely.
I'm not perfect.
None of us are.
I'm going to make mistakes. And then tomorrow, I'm going to make a bunch of new mistakes that I never made before. But I'm going to live in my truth.
Now,
And when you live in your truth, you make all of the wrong people uncomfortable.
yes, you do.
So fuck them.
Fuck them.
Eastside salute to you and yours. Another Thursday, another tantalizing Thursday. You know what I'm saying? And I hope your week was just as good as my week. You know what I'm saying? I had a wonderful week. Been hearing good news. Kaniqua is in the building. I see you, you know. Happy Tantalizing Thursday to everybody that's going to be in the chat, everybody that's in the chat right now. You know what I'm saying? I want to give a shout out to my wife. You're impressive, and I love you. And I want to give my next shout out to AM Gaming is in the building. What's up? Eastside salute to SG, hardest working podcast engineer to do this podcast and shit. You hear what I'm saying? Lynette Huffman, good evening to you as well. You know what I'm saying? And Detroit, what up, though? Eastside salute. You know what I'm saying? Another Thursday. Came around quick, too. Like I said, they always come quick. But got some good things in store. Eastside salute to Shonda's in the building. And we're going to get it started with my main man, my field guy, YB. How was your week? Is YB there? Is YB there? Checking. 1, 2, 3.
My week been interesting, y'all. Y'all know I had my interview this past Monday. Yeah, I think I'm here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? 1, 2,
Yes.
1, 2.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can you hear me? 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's Talk Business Radio on Clubhouse. Interview went very, very well. Got kind of emotional, a lot of weight off my shoulders, and then to see tonight's topic, to see that I'm still a little bit under the weather, y'all. So probably I'm limited to bullshit today. I can barely talk. But other than that,
Yes,
I'm holding in there. I'm fighting my 3 rounds. I'm still doing my regimen. I'm in my prayers. I'm in my meditation. I had a pastor pray over me during my interview. She said she see great things to come from me. So that's what we're on right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. None but positive things. Like I say, I've been hearing positive things about YB and my main man next to me, Mr. Payne. How was your week?
My week
What's good? Congratulations, YB, to an amazing week. Um, let's see what's happening. Very interesting. Besides living, nothing too much more interesting than that. You know, every day is different, but the same. So it's been a good week. One of the biggest things that's happening for me is tomorrow they'll be coming out to remove some of the how do I want to describe it? Some of the things, some of the plastic and things that they put up for the mold cleaning. So that's all set, mold free house. So next step is be doing a remodeling. So tomorrow they'll come back out, take those things out. So hopefully my kids can move back in their room and I can move back in my office. My wife is having an amazing time up in Dallas with her auntie. She's at the Sarah Jakes, I know event. So it was good to see her be able to go have a good time. So it's just me and the kids and the dog kind of doing what we do. So the week has been good and I'm steady walking more and more every day, driving a little bit more and more every day. I have nothing else really to say. It's been a good week.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. I'm giving Eastside salute to a good week, and you know.
What about you, Mr. Drummond?
Oh yeah, yes, sir. I want to tell everybody that Signature 7 will be in Charlotte, September 30th. Wine Festival.
Congrats.
You know, so if you're in Charlotte and you're around the wine festival, come on in and check out your boy with the Signature 7. I will be in the house. You hear me? And I just leave it there. You know what I'm saying? That's how my week been going. Signature 7 moving. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being humble and being, you know what I'm saying, doing it day by day. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's way. You know, which is the only way. You hear me? It's the only way.
Big facts every day.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wear your mask in Charlotte. I think that's where I got sick at.
Oh, well, shit. Thanks for the good
What, you was passing through Charlotte when you left Tennessee?
Yeah, they gave me a layover in Charlotte. And Charlotte smells funny.
Hey, I think Charlotte is a pretty nice city. It's been a while since I've been there. It was all right when I passed through there, though. You're gonna be good, man. You just said you're doing it every day the Lord's way, so you're gonna be good however you go. Your face already masked up with the healing.
Yeah, man.
So you're gonna be good, man.
And just in that, the nice topic. What's your truth? And how are you living in it? You know what I'm saying? And I do mean, what's your truth? Because there's a lot of people that think that they are living in their truth, but your truth may be just slightly wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying that your truth is wrong. I'm just saying you might be living in a truth that may be wrong. You know what I'm saying? And you know it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to live in your truth, you know. You choose to live in excuse. That's how I say it, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to live in your truth. You choose to live in excuse. You know, it's a lot of things out here that people don't want to live up to, you know what I'm saying? But it's your truth. And your truth, I feel like you should own it. You know what I'm saying? Because we grown. If you say you grown, everybody have to throw that word around. I'm grown. But you don't understand what grown really means. You know what I'm saying? Grown comes with some truth. You know what I'm saying? Nah, young, I was young. I did some stuff out there, you know what I'm saying? And my dad always used to tell me this shit right here. He used to say, you can lie to a whole bunch of people. You lie to whoever you want to, you know, but lying to yourself is unhealthy. And you have to believe the lies that you're telling and you living in this truth that you think is a truth, but it's really a lie. You know what I'm saying? And I lived that lie once upon a time, you know what I'm saying? To come to the right now, to living in my true truth for what the truth really is about me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is about you, but I only gonna say me. I'm living in my truth right now. Question is, are you? And we're gonna shoot over to my main man, Mr. Peen. We're gonna let him start out tonight's show. Mr. Peen, do your thing.
Man, that's pretty powerful right there, Mr. Drummond. I think I don't want to speak for nobody else. I want to speak for myself like you just did so eloquently. I often tell myself, well, not anymore, speaking in my truth. Not as much as I used to, not as much as I don't even want to say I need to. I'll just say as much as I should. I often would say, always be honest with yourself and everyone else, no matter how hard or painful the honesty may be. And as I was transitioning to the individual that you see now, being truthful was easy for me because first I took responsibility for me and start being honest with myself. Like you said about your pop saying, you can lie to everybody else, but you can't lie to yourself. And that's that right there is probably worse than being a narcissist, lying to yourself and attempting to get yourself to believe that you're somebody that you're not, or you're being who other individuals want you to see. So I would often say that to me. Always be honest with yourself and everyone else, no matter how hard or painful the honesty may be. And then I stopped saying those things to me. So when you stop saying those things to you, here's what, pause. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. But lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Help us to share a good story. Help us to share our story, to change somebody else's story, Father God, because we still living off the blessings of your son, our brother, yourself story. So help us develop our story and share it too. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. So anyhow, when you stop being honest with yourself, what happens is you start putting your belief up on the shelf. And if you believe in spirituality and something bigger than you and me, then that negative part comes speaking to you, talking about what you can't do, what you're trying to do, what you didn't do, what you used to do, all those things that's behind you, that's beneath you. And that won't allow you to live into your present day, current day truth.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's a past participle, you a past present part of you. That's a history of you. But that's not who you are. That's an act of something that happened. So, saying all that to say, when I realized that, I had to start repeating that to myself again every day. Always be honest with yourself and everyone else, no matter how hard or painful the honesty may be. But unfortunately, we get sometimes busy worried about what the other person may see than what we actually see. And I think I talked about this a couple of weeks. We got comfortable with the easy life, like the sky is blue, water is blue too. So people often tell you about you and you believe that because you don't talk to you about you. So it's difficult to live in your truth when you don't know what your truth is.
Ooh, that's big facts. And then big facts. Before we go into the first question, YB, give us your thoughts before we go into this first question right here.
Man, it seems like I said, it seems like this is a rollover topic for Monday. It seems like since I put out this new music, the topic is my truth. So, for once, YB is speechless. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all be hitting these topics, they be hitting home with me right now, and I'm not really liking it, y'all. Y'all be having me too emotional on podcast radio, on my upward spiral to success to become the number one podcast engineer in podcast radio. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, Benny.
Are we living our truth? Like Mr. Pink said, I'm not going to speak for nobody else. I'm only going to speak for YB Sincere. And me, myself, At the beginning, I wasn't because my truth is not normal. But once I accepted what my truth was, because my truth is my path,
No.
and I began to speak upon it and began to share my truth with the world, it became lighter to carry my. When you hold your truth and don't speak upon your truth and don't accept your truth, that's where all that weight come from. And then plus add the weight of the world, plus add the weight you put on yourself. That's where 50% of the mental breakdown starts.
Speak that.
So for me, once I began living my truth, understanding my truth, stop asking God why my truth is what my truth is, and start asking what is the lesson to be learned from my truth. This is one of the biggest things I'm learning now. I used to ask God why
What's up, Dominique?
why I get choose to why I get the parents that seem like they didn't want me. Why did I go through some of the stuff that I went through, and or why this person has it a whole lot easier than me, and I'm walking the path that I believe that I was walking for, who I was walking for. You know what I'm saying? So truth is in the hand of the beholder. If you are you ready to hold your truth? That's the question. You know what I'm saying? That's the question we need to everybody needs to look and ask themselves. Are you ready to hold your truth? My truth, I have no choice to hold because I'm an entertainer. So my truth is I'm vulnerable. I put my truth out there to the world, and as I'm learning now, my truth is actually helping people. So kudos to myself for the job I'm doing out here.
Hey, Eastside, salute to truth and putting it out there, you know what I mean? And just being accountable for it, you feel me? And what was that question, SG? Let's get to the questions. Does being true to yourself automatically mean you are living your best life? Mr. Payne.
It should. It should. Some people gonna say you being selfish, but I think it's being selfless. It's a big difference between selfish, preying on the downfall of other people, and how you can use your position to manipulate them. But being selfless is making sure that you living in your truth to a point where you can continue to grow and prosper in life. Like I think some of the most authentic people, when they get comfortable with living in their truth, those are the ones that we admire. Those are the ones we look at that becomes the 1%ers, to be honest with you. Like it becomes the 1%ers of the world, you know, not just from a financial standpoint, but from a known standpoint, a social standpoint, you know what I'm saying? Like when you become comfortable with who you are and what it is you bring to the table, what it is you do, how you speak, how you talk. You know, I think it's a selflessness in that. And then when you give that back to the world, you can't be selfish. Like Kanye gave us great music, but somebody didn't like Kanye. Michael Jackson gave us great music, but believe it or not, somebody didn't like Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? R. Kelly gave us great music. Some people can't stand R. Kelly's guts right now, but that doesn't change the fact that for one point in time, truthfully, he was the king of R&B to people, but most people may still feel that way truthfully, but they're not going to say that because of the ridicule of what they're going to receive from other people in the time that we live in. So, again, saying all that to say, I think you can definitely be true for yourself. It should actually come off and make you feel good because it's more of a selflessness than a selfishness. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So okay. I just think it's, yeah.
Well, Mr. Payne answered two questions in one. You know, he answered the first question and the second question. You hear what I'm saying? Why big?
Hey, After that 2-point question answered right there, there's nothing more I can say. Mr. Ping here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey, shit, you know how Mr. Ping do it, man. You know, he comes with the knowledge, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm right there with YB tonight, man. Like I'm just right there with YB tonight. This topic is right on time, and some of it feels good and some of it feels uncomfortable, because even myself, man, I go through my can you be true to yourself without ever letting others down? That's a good question. Can you be true to yourself? Nah, because you can't control others. So people are often be let down, and you didn't let them down. They let themselves down because they probably had already made a decision for what they wanted you to do before you had the opportunity to make a decision for what they asked you. So therefore, when they asked you, can you go at me, and you say, no, I have other plans, then they're like, oh man, I thought you was my homie, you was my partner, I thought you was gonna roll with me, I need you to go with me right now. Nah, it ain't that I don't want to go with you, and I would roll with you at a different time, but truthfully, to be honest with you, I have Tantalizing Thursdays at 8:30, so I can't roll with you because I might not get back to 8:45. Now, if you could wait till after the show, then maybe I could go. So it's definitely going to be letting others down, but because you can't control others. But your real ones who love you, your real ones who rock with you, they going to understand that you only doing what you do to better you. And if they know you doing what you do to better you, they're going to want to stick around you so they can better themselves too. And they're going to respect your truth and your honesty. That's why you have to start reading that book called Boundaries. You have to be comfortable with setting boundaries for yourself. Your life was pretty much programmed out for you. And then once you start realizing that your life belongs to you, the best thing you can do is be truthful with yourself and everybody else. And then just allow them to accept that. And if they let down, hey, tell them a joke, turn that frown into a smile, let them know it's going to be all right. But you don't have to compromise yourself for that.
Exactly. But, you know, in that, we're going to take a commercial break, and then we'll be right back with more questions to this thing, living your truth. Eastside salute to you and yours. SG is yours.
Yes, sir.
Eastside salute to commercial breaks.
Yes,
you know what
indeed.
I'm saying?
Hey.
I see myself lagging, so you know how it is. But congrats to the grand opening of the Godfrey. You know what I'm saying? So y'all go check them out. You know what I'm saying?
Here's my truth. Hey, if you in the D and you haven't already began investing in your downtown industry or your community, all the ones I don't know, but I believe like the North Illinois and certain parts of the East Side, hey, you better catch up. You better catch up because Detroit is definitely on the come up, and it's definitely, the world is looking. So
Yes,
don't
sir.
get left behind when this thing get ready to take a switch and turn. You know, it's and I say that because it was points and times in my life where I never thought I would see Detroit downtown in this type of light, where people are looking to go to the city that I came up in because we had a black eye for everything. You know what I'm saying? And now being in Austin all these years and watching the city grow and then seeing this flow in our downtown Detroit, it's like, man, to be truthfully honest with you, don't miss this movement because you're not going to be happy if you do. So anyhow.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's dope to the Godfrey.
Yes, indeed, to the Godfrey. Shonda said facts. But I wanted to kind of add to what you were saying about the true to yourself, letting people down, but I'm gonna go from this side. Some people can't handle when you true to yourself. I'm just gonna just say it plain like that. Some people just can't handle when you true to yourself. It's kind of like standing up for yourself when in a bully situation. You know what I'm saying? The bully don't like when you stand up, but you stand up. But the one thing that the bully got to do is back down at some point, because he gonna get tired of wrestling with you. He gonna get tired of fighting with you, because the one thing that the bully knows is that you ain't scared to do your thing. Now, see, this tends to be me, so I get a lot of people that, I guess, don't like my brutal honesty. I guess I would call it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how I am. I was brought up not to hold things back. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean no harm in the things that I say, but it keeps me from getting an ulcer if I just tell you what's on my mental. You know what I'm saying? It keeps me from having bodily harm, but people just don't like when you true to yourself. You know what I'm saying? And it is like letting them down, because you ain't with the tomfoolery ass shit that they on. So, it's like, well, you must be some weirdo ass nigga because you don't feel the way that I feel. Well, how do you know what you feeling is the truth? Because that's what I deal in. If I see it, I saw it, and it's undeniable after that. That's the shit I deal in. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't want me to know something, and you don't want me to be true to myself, then I suggest you not see it. And then it won't be undeniable. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to move on. Can you truly know yourself and be true to yourself without facing and overcoming your fears? YB, we're going to start with you on this one.
Nope, you can't. You can't be true to yourself and do not face your fears. That's the key of being true to yourself, because you're facing what you're afraid of. You know what I'm saying?
That's real shit.
You yourself.
I'm gonna get on the plane behind that. YB
is what holds. You're your own. You're your own downfall. Like, how can you say you're true to yourself and you're not facing your fears? You know what I'm saying? Like, tell y'all some truth. I'm afraid of roller coasters. Have I faced some of my fears? Yes. Anything that's not a level 5, or anything that's not gonna give me a heart attack, or anything that's not like 500 some odd feet up in the air, I'm good on those. You know what I'm saying? Anything else, I'm cool. Like the Raptor, you know what I'm saying? The little one that twists up in the air and then it goes down real fast and twists up on the other. The mediocre shit, I'm good with. You know what I'm saying? Am I great with women? Yes, I am. Why be sincere? Yellow, light skin, long hair, pretty. You know what I'm saying? I can't help it that I have good DNA. That's just in my truth. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, you I see you over there, Mr. Trump. Those are some of the fears that I have faced coming into my truth. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I am on my destiny and my conquest to become the best podcaster there is.
He trying to be the best podcast engineer. Why be crazy, man? Hey, Mr. Pig, what do you think?
Yes, sir.
Can you truly know yourself and be true to yourself without facing and overcoming your fears. But first, Shonda said, I feel like you don't have to face the fear, but acknowledge that there is a fear there.
What up, Gunna?
Shonda is in the bed.
I like that. Can you truly know yourself and be true to yourself without facing and overcoming your fears? I like what YB was saying about no, and that was kind of my first thought. And then as I thought about it for a while and I kind of contemplated on it, I had some ideas or some stories that came to my mind. It kind of took me to what Shonda was talking about. You can be aware of it. You can be aware of the fear, but that doesn't mean you're at the stage that you're ready to overcome it. And that can be sharp enough in itself, knowing that, okay, I'm aware of this fear, but I also am aware of the fact that I'm not ready to face it, but I know I will face it, and I need to make a point to do that. And the reason I say that, because my wife knew herself back 2012, 2013. You know what I'm saying? She had a fear of water based on swimming or in the lake or something like that, based on experiences as a child, right? She was very aware of that, you know what I'm saying? And she was willing to face that to a certain degree, but it was levels to it. First, it was put my feet in the water. Then it was put my waist in the water. Then it was like, all right, cross the lake with my husband through the water, hanging on like a scaredy cat for dear life. You know what I'm saying? Right. But it was like, okay, I faced that thing. I realized it's there, and now I'm overcoming that thing. So you can actually, honestly, I think do a little bit of both. You just have to be aware that it's there, acknowledge it, and then make a plan to overcome it.
Yes, indeed.
And I think that's what's important. Sometimes we don't make a plan to overcome it. We just think if I don't do it right now, then I'll never do it. Like I used to say, I had a fear of success, not realizing that I've hit success at multiple levels, but just not at the success that I believe I should be at. And to be honest with you, I'm grateful for everything I have, but I don't know if I'll ever be as successful if I intend to be, because I believe that there's always more for as long as I'm alive. Like the way to add more value, the way to connect with more people and things of that nature. That's just my truth. It's not that I'm not satisfied, but I don't know what level of success would be good enough. I'm at that level now in so many areas of our life. So yes, man, you can definitely know yourself and be true to yourself without facing and overcoming your fear right away. But I don't think you know that for a long period of time and never overcome it. Then you fooling yourself.
Right. Hey, that's just all facts, That's all facts, It ain't even nothing you can really say to that. That's just all facts. But I do want to go back to two messages, SG, to Andrea. She said,
fear is a liar. Don't believe it.
I don't believe it. And
yeah.
Shonda said something. It was long.
It says
go ahead, Miss Ping.
Like I have a fear of instability, but I ain't trying to face that. Laugh out loud, but it's there. My true fear is I don't want to be broke and not know my next move. So I try to plan out as much as I can. And my true fear is I can be. Wait a minute. My true fear is I can be and laugh out loud.
I can't be anal. She say, my truth is I can't be anal.
Oh, is that what that is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my glasses on. Oh, yeah, I can be anal. Well, yeah, that happens sometimes.
To your truth. You know what I'm saying?
You're
it ain't nothing like the truth.
Conqueror by planning your movement. You're facing instability head on, planning ahead. Yeah, absolutely. I like to take fear and turn it into my lone little acronym, which stands for face everything and rise. So those things that I fear, I have to figure out a way to overcome it and face it. And I tell myself anyway, the hardest part of beating anything is always the introductory part, because it's new to you. You don't know anything about it. But once you do it the first time, it's like riding that bike. You ride that thing forever. It's like my wife. Once you put that toe in the water, you're like, oh, it ain't gonna kill me. Then I put that ankle in the water. You're like, I'm good. Then I put that waist in the water. You put your whole body and your face in the water. You're like, oh, this water gonna heal me. So you gotta face that fear. It's only gonna grow you anyway. It's just a process.
Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it is, you know, when it comes to truth. If that's only if you know what your truth is, you know what I'm saying? Like Mr. Payne said, you know, does being true to yourself mean you have to forget your past? YB.
Definitely not. Because your past is what's making you be true to yourself.
True.
They kind of go hand in hand.
That's true.
I wish I could forget about my past. I wish I could forget a lot of things about my past.
Agreed.
But it's not meant for me to forget. It's meant for me to learn from, which
Facts.
I'm learning. Ooh, y'all just had me just speechless, man. I don't know what to say to y'all. Like, I'm kind of drained. Like, I've been in my truth for like the last 3 days in these interviews I've been having. I feel like I'm on Oprah. I feel like I've been telling the world my story the last couple of 3 days.
There ain't nothing wrong with it. But
I think
it ain't nothing but a testimony. It's just your testimony. You out there testifying now. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't nothing wrong with that because you got to give it back. You know what I'm saying? He got to know that you know. And once you know and then he know that you know, then it ain't nothing but forward movement. You know what I'm saying? Don't look back no more. Because when you look back, you're going to turn into a pillar of salt. In other words, you'll be stuck right where you're at. You know what I'm saying? So doing the right thing.
Can living your
I
truth
believe so.
Be a mistake or lead to regrets? Go ahead, YB.
Not on my part. Maybe on the opposite side of my truth, maybe. But if I tell you the truth, I'm not regretting I told you the truth. You know what I'm saying? You lucky I told you with my words and not told you with my hands or any closely unreached semi-automatic weaponry. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, where you see that question at? Or did you ask that?
It's on the bottom of the screen.
I don't see it.
Sorry. It's right there.
It ain't on the bottom of my screen.
That's crazy.
See, that's why we give SG too much because it's not on the bottom of my screen.
Can living your truth ever be a mistake or lead to regrets? Sure is. It was a question. What was the question? Can you go back to the last question, SG?
All I see is, does being true to yourself mean you have to forget your past? That's all.
No, because I was looking forward to answering that, and then on my end, it switched to that next question. Now that question just came back. Does being in your truth mean you have to forget your past? And for me, I like what YB said, but then
she's showing us different stuff. Talking about she the best.
Hey, that's cool. I like that because now it gets you thinking different things. You don't have to come back and answer the same question. So it's all good for me. But I think doesn't mean you have to forget your past. I guess you don't have to forget your past, but you don't have to carry it with you either. I think a lot of times people carry their past with them and they're not allowed to live in their current truth. It's like, what are you being true to? Are you being true to your past you? Or are you being true to your current you? Are you being true to the individual that you develop and becoming? Or are you being true to the individual that you used to be and you feel like you still running from, but you don't know how to escape? So I think for me, sometimes you have to let your past go so you can truly begin to move forward, to flow forward, to go on a different path to get to your next truth for you. Because for all of us sitting here, if we didn't let go of a part of our past, we wouldn't be in the place that we at today. You could still be in the streets or still jumping in and out of relationships in some way. So you had to put those things behind me. It's like the Bible. When I was a child, I spoke as a child. But when I became a man, I put childish things behind me. So some of the
Right.
things that happened in my past is a childish thing. I need to put that behind me. And if I say I believe in a higher spiritual being and he don't look at my past, how dare I waste time to look at my past? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just for me. How I see it. I'm not saying you have to forget it, because it does help in shape and molding who you've become up until this point. But don't forget that yesterday is a part of your past too, and that's shaping and molding the new you. And sometimes we think, I think we get stuck in a time frame, a certain age group in our past, and that's when people don't get past that part of their life. So I think it's definitely 50-50. You have to know who you being true to, who you being loyal to, and at what time and for what.
Well, me, I carry a portion of my past with me for motivation, and then I carry a portion of my past with me for dedication. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason I carry any past with me, but it doesn't hinder me, because all of it has shaped me, period, right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's shaping me for even bigger things. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I'm just harnessing my truth. You know what I'm saying? I'm understanding my truth. I'm learning what that truth is. Learning that when the things I did is the things I did, and to understand that a lot of the things I did was some straight up bullshit, and it kept me from accomplishing all the things that I should have accomplished back then up till now. But like you said, that's the part of my past I let go. You know what I'm saying? I can't focus on that. That is what it is. All I could do is focus on right now. You know, that's my truth, and understand that every day that I'm walking in my truth. You know what I'm saying? I ain't walking in your truth, nobody else's truth. I'm walking in my truth. I know what my truth is. I know what I have done. I know what my accountability is. And in that, we're going to take a commercial break and then post up with me. Eastside salute to you and yours. SG is yours.
Bars. Nice. I like that, AM Gaming. It's definitely a barometer.
I'm going to go out and
Hey, what's going on, world? It's me again, Ethan Smith, aka Mr. Ping, with a little bit of motivation and inspiration for your situation. Hoping to free and relax your mind as if you are on a vacation. Straight into mind transformation. You know what we're doing today. We're going to post up with Ping, that thing me and Tay used to do when we was back on the M-Dub scene, hanging out on the wall. But what I'm going to do with you is I'm going to share with you from the book in blue, Dr. Dennis Kimbrough, Think and Grow Rich. Daily motivations for African American success. And you know what I say, don't come at me with that color mess. It's gonna help everybody, so don't stress. Let's get into this and get this done. September the 14th, not just another pretty face. Not just another pretty face. You know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. If we're talking about truth today, what's cute to you might not be cute to me. What's ugly is based on what the individuals see. But today we talking about not just another pretty face. Everything comes from within. The beauty is within me. Kenya Moore, Miss USA 1992. If I am mistaken, I think she's from Detroit too. You can look it up later. Judge not, that ye be not judged. For with that judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged. And with that measure you meet, it shall be measured to you again. They start out with the Bible fire. A study of this verse and the application of its inner truth represents the real key to harmonious relations. A man and a woman had been corresponding by mail several years before they fell in love. For us individuals that's around my age, they had a over the phone relationship. Yeah, you know, the girlfriend or boyfriend that you had never seen before. Your cousin hooked you up, but it was a puppy love though. That's what they had going on. They agreed to meet at the airport. Since they had never seen each other, they devised a plan that would help them recognize each other. The woman was to wear a green scarf, a green hat, and a green carnation pin to her coat. When the man got off his plane, he immediately began searching for his pen pal. Suddenly, he saw a woman with the green scarf, hat, and carnation, and his heart sank. She was one of the homeliest women he had ever seen. He was tempted to board the plane without approaching her. Nevertheless, he walked over to the woman, smiled, and introduced himself. Immediately, the woman said, "What's this all about? I don't know who you are." That woman over there, she continued, gave me $10 to wear this outfit. When the man looked over to where she pointed, he saw one of the most beautiful women he had ever seen in his life. After approaching her, the woman explained, "All my life, men have courted me because of my beauty. I want someone to love me not just for me, not just for my outward appearances, but for what I am on the inside. If you're going to judge by appearances, be sure to look at the heart. I will not be trapped by outward appearances. I will look beyond to the deeper possibilities." In the words of the late great Heavy D, I want somebody to love me for me, that makes me happy in the way that I wanna be. Don't allow another pretty little face just lie to you today. Make sure that pretty little face is honest with themselves in every way. Make sure that that pretty little face that you might be attempting to oppress today is dealing with their own truth in a healthy way. Because sometimes what we see on the individual's face physically is not what they really feel when they see you and me. Because sometimes living in your truth, as I believe Mr. Drummer stated earlier, it's a difficulty. It's a difficulty. But when you begin to get comfortable with that thing, whether it's a pretty face or an unattractive face on the scene, it doesn't change your scene because the truth is all you're seeing. And seeing your truth will have the confidence in you. So when you see that pretty face or the homely looking lady or man anyway, you'll be able to approach them and therefore say what you need to say, because you're going to live in your truth every day, and you're going to know your words are powerful in every way. And you're going to know that every time you get the ability to express somebody or speak to somebody, you're going to leave a smile on their face. So don't worry about the pretty little face. Just worry about having a comfortable, or don't even worry about that. Focus on having a comfortable, relaxed face, because you know you're living your truth each and every day. That's it. That's all I got to say.
Eastside salute to Mr. Payne and bringing it from the post up position. I'm trying to tell you, we always pivot, drop step, Slam dunk. It's just it's natural.
That's another posting up with Mr. Pig. I hope y'all had y'all notebooks and y'all pens.
Thank you, YB. I forgot.
I'm trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's Tantalizing Thursdays.
I'm here. I got you.
It's more than sex.
Thank you.
That's all I can tell you. You know what I'm saying? And man,
it massages your mind.
Mind. I'm trying to tell you, you know what I'm saying? Because the one thing is when you're walking in the truth, when you are walking in a truth, you are walking with the utmost. So when you walking with the utmost, it's hard. It's a hard walk. It ain't nothing easy about it. You know what I'm saying? I say this again. Jesus is not a genie. He's a way maker.
Excuse me.
He goes out ahead and he sets the way for you to walk. He sets your path. Just come on this way. You know, it'd be you to stop living in that truth. And then you just make a hard ass left somewhere. Like, what was that nigga Bugs Bunny say? Shouldn't have made that left at Albuquerque. Knew I shouldn't have made that left at Albuquerque. You know, so stop making them lefts at Albuquerque. You got to keep walking the path that he went out and set for you. He ain't your genie. He ain't just magically making things appear for you. You know what I'm saying? Be humble. Learn that first. Be humble. Humble yourself. Because he said that first. Humble yourself before you even speak to me. You know, I got this thing. I never really wanted to say it, but I'm gonna say it tonight. You know, because it's some people out there, just some people, not all people, but it's some people that's just not educated enough to be talking to me. Eastside salute, and that's the truth. You hear me?
I feel the same way. I definitely feel the same way.
Mr. Payne, how you feel about that?
I really don't think it's too much else to say. I like YB. I feel the same way. I feel the same way. Like, how much more truth can we share today? How much more truth can we share today? Hey, live your truth in your way. And
I be wanting to tell them people. I be wanting to tell people, like, look, check this out. Your educational level is not up to par to be speaking to me, sir, ma'am. Like, I'm gonna start making people fill out an application just so I can see the educational level. Like, what is your education to be speaking to me? Some college. Okay, yeah, you can talk to me. Graduated high school, GED. Get the hell out in front of my goddamn face there, buddy. Hold on, dog. Hold on.
Yeah, everybody, you know, you definitely have to be selective who you get your information from. As my wife say, chew the meat, spit out the bone. Anybody and everybody can be used, and anybody and everybody can bring you some information. You just have to know if that information is going to be necessary for your current situation. It could be some information that was good for you 5 years ago, and you've already got it from somewhere else, and you begin to grow. Could be some information that's going to be good for you down the line, but you might not understand it at the time. But yeah, so got to be very selective. Got to be very selective and know who you're talking to. But how long you gonna talk to them?
Let me tell you, man, I tried that selective shit, you know, but it's only I ain't gonna lie, only be because of my wife, you know what I'm saying, that I be selective, you know what I'm saying, because I'm a selective person. Now, here's the thing, I ain't just saying I'm some asshole motherfucker to just be talking, right? If I'm listening to something you're saying, if we talking, we having a conversation, I'm listening to something that you saying, and I come back and I say, you know, about what we talking about. And it's just like to that person, you know, like I'm just lying about everything I'm saying, or, oh, well, you just know so much more than me and what I'm saying. So in my mind, it's like, then what the fuck did you ask me for? If you're going to give me so much information on my answer, you know what I'm saying? Shit, what did you ask me for?
Because a lot of people not listening to understand, they listening to reply because they already got your answer for you before they finish asking you the question.
And that's what makes you not educated enough to be speaking to me.
Yeah,
like, you don't know my answer because, see, and then I'm going to say this, just so motherfucker don't know, be thinking I got some kind of master's degree. I got a GED, good enough diploma. You hear what I'm saying? I got a GED, a good enough diploma. You know what I'm saying? And you still ain't educated to be talking to me. You know, some of y'all niggas got D's in English. Some of y'all niggas got F's in math. You know, some of y'all niggas got real low grades. I did too, but I still know the shit. I still knew the shit. You know, I just chose to be a dumb motherfucker. That's what I chose. You know what I'm saying? Some of you motherfuckers just dumb as hell just by chance.
By DNA.
I'm sorry to say that shit. You know what I'm saying? Shonda, like, damn, why you ask me if you ain't gonna let me express my opinion and just be okay with that? See, shit like that. You know, no respect for the opinion. But it's all about your shit and your opinion and what you talking about, this and that, you know. Because, see, if you let a motherfucker talk long enough, his motherfucking truth becomes a lie. You know what I'm saying? That's just if you let him talk long enough. That's why I listen. I'll shut my mouth and I open my 2 ears and I listen to your monkey ass.
2 ears, 1 mouth for a reason.
I'm listening twice as hard. You know what I'm saying? And then some people that just be talking out here, man, for real. Where they living in their truth when you really living wrong. You know what I'm saying? But you just won't take the accountability of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So in that, as you just said, final thoughts.
Finally, I thought
before the final thoughts, I gotta bring in that song, man. My cousin and my homeboy, my dog, my ace long danced on guard, and Alley Life Brock, man, Eastside, salute to you both. They little song dropped today. I got the audio. I want to get out of play before the final thoughts. So it's just all SG, and I'm gonna get out of Eastside, salute. So whenever you do it.
Hey.
I can get it for the. I'm out here for the dough.
Get it for the low.
I can get it for the low. I told you I can get it for the low. I told you I can get it for you, bro. Got the 50 cal ready and I'm leaning out the Chevy. Tell these niggas take a picture, I can see them on the scope. You fucking with a pro, you fucking with a nigga from the Mo. If you need a quarter pound, I got the low. No matter what you saying, we ain't playing. We just come to get them bands, pimp some hoes, leave these haters in the smoke. I'm out here for the dough, so let them youngers know I'm at the dough. Yeah, I'm representing Shane in 94. I can get it for the low. Shit, I can even touch 100 more. That depends on what you want, and that's for sure. And I ain't even close, but I can get the plugger for you, bro. I can take you out to Cali, watch you grow, then bring it to the Mo. That's where we put the hustle to the flow, and bust a nigga head to let him know I can get it for the low. So anytime you want it, let me know. It ain't shit to hit my niggas for a load. Just pay me what you owe, and we can put them pigeons on the road. Remember, always sticking to the code. Keep the diamonds with the gold, cause niggas looking chilly when we froze. Continue being stingy with these hoes. This cookie got me froze, lighter than hell it in my nose. And I can get it for the low. I told you I can get it for the low. I got the lowest tickets in the mode. I can get it for the low. I told you I can get it for the low. Always keep me 50 on the floor. I can get it for the low. I told you I can get it for the low. You run out then I swear I get you more. I can get it for the low. I told you I can get it for the low. Just hit me up, I ship it to your door. I can get it for the low. I swear that I can get it for the low. I swear that I can get it for the low. And yeah, I got some deals on them blue and green pills, but I'm really doing digits with my tickets on the board. I got a couple thug guys from the bug guys stay. When they won't wait, then I ship it to the O. A 40-minute drive up I-75, and I used to pay 8, but he did it for the 4. But I'm richer than before. A lot of bitches know, but they don't want to share, so they tricking on the low. And my ego, he swole up so bigger than my dick. Got pro. From Niccolo or Bo. I swear to God, dog, I can get it for the low. Cause even in the slow drought, never sold out. Cause I keep a grow house. I got 50 on the floor. I can get it for the low. I told you I can get it for the low. I got the lowest tickets in the mode. I can get it for the low. I told you I can get it for the low. I always keep me 50 on the floor. I can get it for the low. I told you I can get it for the low. You run out, then I swear I'll get you more. I can get it for the low. I told you I can get it for the low. Just hit me up, I ship it to your door.
Yeah. East Side. Nasty on God. Addy Light Brockman. Detroit song. Go get it. It's everywhere. It's out everywhere. You know, ain't no excuses. It's out everywhere. Everywhere. Because you can get it for the low. East Side Salute. You can get it for the low. And in that, we're going to run right on into these final thoughts and get on out of here for the night. You hear me? We're going to start it off. My guy, Feel Guy, YB. Final thoughts.
Well, y'all know what time it is. I'm going to mix my final thoughts in with some bullshit. Because we talking about being in your truth. My truth. I feel like that I should be catered to. I should be fed grapes 5 times throughout the day. I should have like 5 or 6 women with some big ass palm branches, making sure that my temperature don't get above 98.3 degrees. You know what I'm saying? I like it at a chill weather. You know what I'm saying? Then I should have one with some big tatas and some areolas that match the nipples. Feed me grapes.
A bullshit. A bullshit.
What else? I feel like I should get home cooked meals every day. You know what I'm saying? When you cook my breakfast, remember I like cheese and my grits. If you're not very intelligent, I feel.
Don't tell me you muted yourself. You muted yourself. You froze. What's going on? What happened? You still there? Uh-oh. I think we lost YB for us.
I'm also... Nope, I'm still here. If you don't want to live in your truth, stay at home and stay up under the covers and stay in the dreamland. You know what I'm saying? You got to stand on your truth. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't say everything I said just to be saying it. That is my truth. That is how I feel, and can't nobody tell me other. You can't tell me that I shouldn't be bathed like in Coming to America 1. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have like 4 females with sponges and then one just come out of the water and say, hey, look, the king's penis is clean, Your Highness. Oh, appreciate you, baby. Yes. Tantalizing Thursdays.
Tantalizing Thursdays, man. Eastside salute to the field guy. YB Sincere. That's my guy right there. I love that guy right there, man. Next up, my main man, Mr. Payne. Your final thoughts.
Always be honest with yourself and everyone else, no matter how hard or painful the honesty may be. Always be honest with yourself and everyone else, no matter how hard or how painful the honesty may be. Always, always, always be honest with yourself and everyone else, no matter how hard or how painful the honesty may be. A lot of times you see entertainers, stars, and athletes wearing shades, and the darker the shades, the better, so their eyes you cannot see. Because a lot of times people like to think the eyes are the keys to your eternity, to your soul. They can see really inside of you, what you up to. And it's very interesting because body language puts off a lot of things that your mouth won't speak. See, people will often say they telling you the truth, but if you look at your eyes, their eyes will be lying to you. It's like your parents used to say, you always blink twice when you about to lie in some way. Your eyes get to twitching in some way. So what I want to say is always be honest with yourself and everyone else, no matter how hard or painful the honesty may be. Because when you're honest with yourself, then you can see clearly no matter what lands is on your face, regardless to what they think. And then they'll feel your truth from your spirit, not just by what you say, because you'll be walking out your truth each and every day. See, it's one thing to speak your truth, but it's another thing to truly live in your truth by physically walking out what you say you're going to do. So here's what I say. Always be honest with yourself and everyone else, no matter how hard or painful the honesty may be. Because if you be real to heal, that honesty going to set you free. Peace.
Eastside salute. Shit, how do you even follow that? Damn. Ooh, Mr. Payne, you be coming with that shit. Eastside salute to Mr. Payne and the knowledge he be bringing every Thursday. Hope y'all got that.
Thank you very much.
Hope y'all
you started it off the whole day. You've been on fire.
Hey, you know, sometimes tonight I just felt like I take the pressure, you know, a little bit.
Appreciate you.
But I'll say this here for my final thoughts. In life, truth is, in life, you sometimes you be out here thinking that you got the bull by the horn, but then you look up and you're being drugged. Let love lead. Smoke responsibly. Drink responsibly. And pay attention to your children. Because
that's the way to end it there.
They are. It's a lot of children that coming up missing. You know what I'm saying? So pay attention to your children. Please. If you hear nothing else, I'll say it one more time. Pay attention to your children. Don't just be watching them or just whatever it is that y'all call yourself doing. Pay attention to your children and their surroundings and yours. Eastside salute to you and yours. Those are my final thoughts. You know what I'm saying? And I want to give an Eastside salute to the one and only SG.
That's Jizzle.
Podcast engineer to do this podcast and shit. No matter what YB Sincere says. You hear what I'm saying? Eastside salute.
Absolutely, yes, Jizzle.
And I want to say Eastside salute to my Bill guy, YB, for always being there for Tantalizing Thursdays. Love you, my guy. And to my main man, Mr. Payne, who brings the knowledge each and every Thursday. You know, we talk and we crack jokes, but I hope you get the message. You know what I'm saying? Get the message. Because truth is, you hear what I'm saying? Eastside salute. I love you, Mr. Payne, for always bringing it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you be motivating and you be speaking.
Hey, man, I definitely appreciate that. I thank you for the opportunity to get on here and share and do what we do. You make it easy for me. Maybe you make it easy for YB too. You set it up. We knock them down. So salute to you. Shout out to you, man. Just want to make sure I'm living in my truth.
That's all we're trying to make sure is that at some point, start living in your truth. And I want to love everybody that was in the chat. Y'all made it beautiful. Everybody
Indeed.
That's going to see the show. Check out tomorrow night's show, Council, with their hosts, Jag,
Gunna,
and the Gunna Man. Eastside salute.
Gunna, Jagged honey. Thank y'all, everybody, for tuning in and watching. And SG and YB, we can't do it without you. And Mr. Drummond, thank you,
hear me?
Man.
Want to give y'all a Tantalizing Thursday. Good night. Eastside salute to you and yours.
What up?
It's P. It's all yours.
As happy as can be, fill my heart with to ecstasy. I know I can't foresee the future God's plan for me, but while he's by my side, he'll give me